Strap in and fire it up. It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to light a fuse. Really white like fire. Yeah. Right rear racing, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up at your seat. Live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Oh, tires spinning, fans grinning. Right rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, we control time. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, it's show time.
And welcome back once again as we are now heading over and changing gears as we cover the iRacing Series kind of dome, as everyone already had a 3-day weekend starting on Thursday watching the Dome Series on Flow, and tonight we're going to bring you the action right here on Right Rear Racing with the Battle of the Bluegrass, the Dome Series, as these guys are taking on the Tulsa Chili Bowl for the race here tonight. As you see, these drivers are already out there making their practice laps and making everything count, trying to get dialed in here. Looks like we're going to have 14 drivers sign up and make the call here tonight. Again, thanks for joining in once again for the Battle of the Bluegrass. I just want to make sure that we are separating our titles on the YouTube side, make sure that everyone watches the correct race that they want to watch. And bear with me 1 second. And sorry for all the white noise there, or dead noise, as trying to get everything set up still as we are ready to go underway over here with our 14 drivers here tonight. Again, it's going to be basically the same drivers that we just seen from your previous race here tonight. You got maximum dome struction. And that's going to be Drew Hopkins in that car right there as he's working the outside, getting that outside going with a 23. Oh, man, that was going to be carnage right there. That's Dalton Brown hitting the outside wall and riding up. The good thing about us over here on the iRacing side, we do not have to stop the race for fence repair. Behind the 23, that's going to be the 30 of Bobby Mattingly. No, where's that Justin Benefield in that 11 machine? Alan McDonald and his 47. Big Al's wrap. Dalton Brown on the outside there. See if we can find anyone else in the pits as we go along with Nolan Bryant as he goes with that Mike Marlar 157 wrap. The 10 of Blaine Shepard there as we're ready to go underway here in the last few. Well, the 10's going to hit the outside, hit the berm there on the pit entrance for his hot laps here as we take a look at Bobby Mattingly and his 30 machine getting the outside rolling through 1 and 2. And locking up the binders there as he goes through 3 and 4, hits the outside wall. Again, they're running about 10-second laps here all the way through this, all around this track, and trying to stay off the wall as well. Mute the mic and play some music as we are waiting for your heat race action tonight.
Strap in and fire it up. It's time to light the fuse.
It's time to let it go. Really want it like fire. Yeah. Right rear racing, we're bringing the heat. Burning rubber and mics, got you up out your seat. Life live on the track or the digital stream. We don't chase views, we chase dreams. From the dirt to the asphalt, throttle stays wide. Every lap we broadcast, it's a hell of a ride. Yeah, Facebook Live and that YouTube screen. Tune in now, it's a high octane scene. Tires spinning, fans grinning. Right rear's live, and we ain't quitting. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, we need your time. Right rear racing, we ain't playing. Start your engines, it's your time.
And we're ready for your heat race number 1 in the 30 machine of Bobby Mattingly. He's going to be on the pole. On his outside is going to be the 10 of Blaine Shepard. Inside row number 2 has Dalton Brown in the 23 machine with Mr. Cash on his outside in the 109. And Philip Neese in the 38 will round out the field for your first heat race here tonight. And we do have 14 drivers. 14 drivers here making the call, with 12 drivers going to be locked into your main event here tonight. And again, it is thanks to One Source Exterior Group for donating the $20 for the winner here tonight. And I agree that someone other than that 157 car, that maximum dome construction car here tonight for your dome race, as the pace car does pull off, the field is going to be led by the 30 and the 10 as they work their way through 3 and 4 here. As they come off turn 4, we are going to see the green flag fly here and get us underway, as the 30 machine is going to work the bottom side. The 10 is going to be working the outside lane as they work their way down the back straightaway, try to get a better view here, kind of back us up away from them, as we're going to be side by side coming off turn 4. It's going to be the 23 looking down low. He's going to push his way through there and push up on the 10. As they come off turn 2, it's going to be Dalton Brown in the 23 machine taking the lead here for heat race number 1, followed by the 30 machine of Bobby Mattingly in the 10 of Blaine Shepard. And as soon as I said that, Blaine Shepard's moved up into your second spot, and Dalton Brown is still in the lead as he's getting an early lead here, working his way through 1 and 2. Blaine Shepard's going to be in that 10 machine working second. Philip Neese is in that 38 machine working the bottom side as they come off for this time around. They're getting the cross flags as we're halfway through with heat race number 1. Race Cash is in that 4th position, and Bobby Mattingly has moved back to the back of the field here for early on or halfway throughout the race. As we go along and watch these drivers, as you see here, Blaine Shepard in that 10 machine, he's trying to reel in Dalton Brown in the 23 as Dalton's working his way through 3 and 4 there as I get my bearings straight. as we do have popsicle sticks up, as we have 2 laps remaining here. As he comes off turn number 4, he's going to be getting the white flag, as we have 1 lap here remaining in your heat race number 1. Dalton Brown in that 23 machine is working his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3. He has an early good lead here and going to take the win in heat race number 1, followed by Blaine Shepard and Philip Neese for your top 3. Looks like we have Cash in the 109 finishing 4th, and Bobby Madeline riding out to your field in his 30 machine. Heat race number 2 is going to be taking the field now, and that's going to be the 115 of Caleb Todd on the pole, with Drew Hopkins in the 157 on his outside. Justin Benefield and the 11 machine is going to be inside row number 2. If I can get back to your drivers here. And on the outside of row number 2 is going to be the 69 of Brady Lear. And rounding out their field here for your heat race number 2 action is going to be Nolan Bryant and his 14 machine. As you see, Drew Hopkins in that maximum dome structure car. He did a good job making a replica of that wrap. Let's make sure that he does not take out the fuel cell here tonight. As they come off turn number 2, or sorry, turn number 4, they're getting the rolled up green flag, as we are set to go underway next time around. Got Caleb Todd, your winner from earlier for your Ironman 55, and that 75 machine working his way down the back, working the field down the back straightaway. As they work their way through 3 and 4, we're coming off 4, getting the green flag. We're underway here for heat race number 2. The 75 of Caleb Todd is going to work at the bottom side as he's maintaining the lead here, and we have Drew Hopkins working the bottom side. We're trying to go side by side here as they're both running the bottom side, trying to stay off of each other. Give it to the 75 of Caleb Todd. On the bottom side there, we're going to be 2 laps in here, and we do have Justin Benefield in that 11 machine trying to get that bottom side going once again and roll in these top 2 drivers, as the top 3 have kind of separated themselves from Nolan and Brady, as the 75 of Caleb Todd still working that bottom side through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway, scraping the outside wall. And now Drew Hopkins is going to try to work that middle groove, as we are now halfway through with heat race number 2. And I believe Caleb is coming up on lap traffic here, and that's going to be Brady Lear in that 69 machine. Again, that's going to be Caleb, Drew, and Justin for your top 3 as they work their way off turn 4, getting the popsicle sticks, as we have 2 laps remaining here in heat race number 2. And you see that Caleb Todd is having to deal with Brady Lear in that 69 machine as lap traffic. Here comes Drew Hopkins working the bottom side. We do have the white flag flying for your leaders here now as they work their way through 1 and 2. Then Brady's giving room on that bottom side. Caleb's working through 3 and 4 and going to take the checkered flag in heat race number 2, followed by Drew Hopkins in the 157. And Justin Benefield will round out your top 3 for heat race number 2 here tonight. And we have Nolan Bryant finishing 4th, and Brady Lear rounds out your field in that 69 machine. And we do have heat race number 3 taking the field now. That's going to see Tyler Parsons in his 17 machine on the pole. On his outside is going to be Josh Davis in the 7. Alan McDonald's going to be inside row number 2 in his 88, with Cody McDonald on his outside in the 28. You see some of these wraps are actually different too, trying to give the style of the dome. As you see Josh Davis in that 88 or 81 machine on the wrap there does have tire marks already. Or I'm sorry, that's Tyler. As they work their way down the back straightaway, we are set to go green this time around, as the 17 of Tyler Parsons is going to hit that loud pedal to get us underway here. We do have carnage already. We are going to have contact between the 88 and the 7 as they work their way through 1 and 2. As they work their way down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3, the 47 McDonald there. Again, McDonald's on your ticker there will be 28 and 88. The 47 is going to be in the 88. We do have a McDonald crime as they work their way through 3 and 4 here down the front straightaway. And it's going to be Tyler Parsons in that 17 machine leading the field. The 88 of Alan McDonald is going to ramp the inside berm. That's going to allow the 28 of Alan McDonald working the outside lane. We're going to be side by side coming off turn number 4 as they work their way down the front straightaway. Give the 28 the outside lane there. He's going to try to get good momentum. We're going to have contact and off of 2 down the back straightaway. They're still bouncing off each other. The 28 is going to be in the outside wall. We're going to go up to the front as we are now halfway through, and as soon as we go to the front, Josh Davis is going to take the lead as something happened there with Tyler, and Tyler's driving it hard in the turn. Now Josh Davis is going to take your lead and go into off of turn 2, and Tyler's right there having difficulties. He's gone all the way to the back of the field. That's going to allow Cody McDonald to move into second and Alan McDonald to move into third. Josh Davis is your leader as he's working his way through 3 and 4. He's going to be getting the white flag this time around, as we do have 1 lap remaining here in your heat race number 3. And working down the back straightaway, he's being smooth and being consistent as he's working that bottom groove through 3 and 4, and going to take the checkered flag here as Cody McDonald's going to come off 4. He's getting the checkered flag, followed by Alan McDonald for your top 3. And then rounding out the field for heat race number 3 is going to go to Tyler Parsons and the 17 machine, or I guess the 81 in this case. And that should conclude your heat race action. So now we're going to go to your B main event. Again, 2 drivers are going home tonight, as we are going to have a 12-car starting field. Again, it's going to be the top 6 here that are going to be transferring. The other 2 will be calling it a night. Philip Neeson, the 38 machine, he's going to be starting on the pole with Justin Benefield on his outside in the number 11. Row number 2 has Al McDonald on the 88 on the inside with Cash on his outside in the 109. Row number 3 has Nolan Bryant in the 14 on the inside with Tyler Parsons in the 17 on the outside. Row 4 is going to have Bobby Madeley in the 30 machine with Brady Lear on his outside in the 69. As we take a look here with these drivers as they're working their way through the track, as they come off turn 4, they're getting the rolled up green flag. We're going to set to go underway next time around here, and it's going to be a 10 lap B main. Again, 2 drivers will be going home as they work their way off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. You see the pace truck there has pulled off, waiting for Justin and Philip to get around 3 and 4 off of 4, getting the green flag, and we're underway here for your B main here tonight with Philip Neese getting a good jump, followed by the 30 machine of Justin Benefield. He's going to be right there working the outside lane. We have Alan McDonald in 3rd. Nolan Bryant's right there in that 157. He's going to be working that middle part of the track. We do have 109 of Race Cash. He's going to rent that inside berm, and he's going to glitch out there just a little bit. That's going to allow Tyler to get on the outside. We are on your bubble here for your last transfer spot, as Tyler Parsons in that 17 machine is sitting in 6th. We have Cash and Brady both rounding out the field. We're going to go back through the field here as Bobby Madeley is going to be sitting in your top 5, going to be right there behind the 157 of Nolan Bryant as they work their way through 1 and 2. And I guess that would help if I get the score entire up for you, as Nolan Bryant's trying to get that bottom side momentum going and make a pass on Alan McDonald, who is sitting in your 3rd position as they work their way off turn 2 down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Bobby Madeley is still right there trying to get a little bit lower down the turn, and we are now halfway through with your B main event. It's been Philip Neeson, that 38 machine, leading since the drop of the green, and Justin Benefield's been in 2nd since the drop of the green. We are watching your battle here for position number 4 between the 157 of Nolan Bryant and the 30 Bobby Madeley. As they work their way down the back straightaway into turn number 3, you're going to see the 30 dive into the turn 3 and 4 off right there. Make a little bit of contact coming off turn 4. Hit the inside berm going into turn number 1. That's going to allow the 157 get the momentum. That's going to be Nolan Bryant as they work their way off turn number 4 here. And seeing the popsicle sticks as we have 2 laps remaining, and coming off turn number 4 now, he's going to be seeing the white flag, and that's going to be Philip Neeson, that 38 machine, as he's working his way through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway again. He does have Brady Lear lap traffic right there in front of him as he's coming off turn number 4. He's getting the checkered flag here tonight, followed by Justin Benefield in 2nd, Alan McDonald in 3rd. Nolan Bryant will finish out 4th, and Bobby Madeley will round out your top 5, and the 17 of Tyler Parsons will round up your top 6, who will be moving on to your main event here tonight. And the 109 of Cash and the 69 of Brady Lear rounds out the field, and those two will not be making the call tonight, as we have a 12-car starting field, and we had 14 drivers show up tonight. But thanks for, or y'all both did a good job, and we'll hopefully see them on the next go around here. And these drivers are going to go out there for a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and let it kind of go, and I'm going to take a moment and get a drink and get ready for your 50-lap main event here tonight. And hopefully you went and got your drinks and snacks and getting ready for your main event here tonight, as we're about ready to go. Again, thanks to One Source Exterior Group for donating or sponsoring this race for the winner, taking home $20 here tonight. And for your starting lineup, the 23 of Dalton Brown is going to be on the pole. On his outside is going to be the 115 of Caleb Todd. Row number 2 has Josh Davis on the inside, and Josh is going to be car number 7. And on his outside is going to be the number 10 of Blaine Shepard. Row number 3 has the 157 of Drew Hopkins on the inside, with Cody McDonald on his outside in the 28. And then the next three rows will be from your B main, Philip Neese on the inside in that 38 machine. Row number 4 on his outside is going to be Justin Benfield in the 11 machine. Row number 5 has Alan McDonald in the 88, with Nolan Bryant on his outside in the 14. Bobby Madeline is going to be on the last row here in this 30 machine, with Tyler Parsons on his outside. As they're set to go, we're ready to go underway next time around. As you see, the pace truck has pulled in. The field is going to be led to the green by Dalton Brown in that 23 machine. As they come off turn number 4, Dalton's going to work that bottom side, get that loud pedal underway. He's going to try to work that bottom side. Caleb's going to be working the outside lane, and that's going to allow Dalton Brown to get up there in the front here on the first lap. And as they go into turn number 1, it's still going to be Dalton Brown. I don't know what's happening here with Bryant being in the lead, as it's still Dalton Brown on the board here for me, or visually, and it's still going to be Dalton Brown, 115 of Caleb Todd, and Drew Hopkins for your top 3. Drew's working that bottom side as they're, and now we're going to have a battle for the lead. The 75 of Caleb Todd is working that bottom side. The 23 of Dalton Brown is going to be on the outside, coming down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Give the position to Caleb Todd, and trying to bring along the 157 of Drew Hopkins, as he's going to be right there. We do have a battle for your lead as they work their way off turn 2, down the back straightaway once again into turn number 3. The 23 machine of Dalton Brown is working the outside. The 157 of Drew Hopkins down low. and they're going to be all right there on top of each other. Drew or Dalton's going to hit the outside wall just a little bit, scrub a little time. That's going to allow Drew to move up into that second position in his maximum destruction or dome destruction wrap, as these two drivers, Caleb and Drew, are both hugging the inside berm, and you see Caleb bounce it just a little bit. Drew did the same. That's going to, but a little bit worse. That's going to allow Dalton Brown the opportunity to close the door right there and move up into your second, or try to close the door on the second position. And we do have a caution flag that's going to be coming out here. As we go along with Bobby Mattingly. Hits the outside wall. And ramps the berm. I guess that's, and spins her out right there coming off turn number 2. And that's going to bring out our first caution of the night. Again, it's going to be Caleb Todd, followed by Drew Hopkins, Dalton Brown, Josh Davis, Cody McDonald, Justin Benefield, Blaine Shepard, Philip Neese, Nolan Bryant, Tyler Parsons, Alan McDonald, and Bobby Mattingly for your field here tonight, or your current positions. As they just come off turn 2, we're getting the rolled up green flag, and yes, we are counting caution laps here, as Caleb Todd in that 75 machine is going to be leading the field off turn 2 down the back straightaway. The pace truck has pulled off as we are set to go on our way next, or this time around off turn number 4. And Caleb Todd is going to hit that loud pedal once again and get us back underway as he's working that bottom side going into turn number 1. Drew Hawkins is going to slowly push up into that middle groove. That's going to allow the 23 of Dalton Brown try to get squeezed a little bit lower. He's going to hit that inside berm. That's going to allow the 7 of Josh Davis to work the outside there as they work their way down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Going off turn number 2, we do have another caution coming out. And that's not which one I wanted to click on. As we go watch Philip Neese in that 38 machine. You see Philip working the outside lane there. And Phillips hitting that inside burn, then 157 comes right in there and taps him on the right rear quarter panel. We're set to go back underway next time around. Caleb Todd is going to be leading the field still, and that's 75 machine. The pace truck has pulled off. We're waiting as they come off turn number 4. Should be getting the green flag once again, and we do have 15 laps in the board, or on the board now, as they start in lap number 16, working their way through turn number 1. Drew is going to be working the outside lane and down the back straightaway. He's still up there on the outside through 3 and 4, trying to get momentum under that maximum dome destruction car. As they go into turn number 1, Caleb Todd is still going to be leading the field. The 23 of Dalton Brown is going to be right there on Drew as he's trying to make a pass. The 60 or the 28 of Cody McDonald is going to be in 4th as we take a look back up to the front, as Caleb Todd is slowly getting a little bit of distance between him and Drew, but Drew's closed in that gap as they went through 3 and 4. As they come off 4 down the front straightaway, it's still going to be Caleb Todd with Drew Hopkins running the outside lane. We have Dalton Brown just running the bottom side through 3 and 4. We are going to be another caution here. That's going to be your 3rd caution of the night. As we go take a look at it here with Alan McDonald and that 47 machine. And he comes in there and hits him in the left rear quarter panel, and that's going to bring out the caution. We do have Caleb Todd, Drew Hopkins, Dalton Brown, Cody McDonald, and Josh Davis for your top 5. Justin Benefield is going to be in 6th, Blaine Shepard in 7th, Nolan Bryant in 8th, Bobby Mattingly in 9th, Tyler Parsons rounds out your top 10. Philip Neese and Alan McDonald rounds out the field as we are set to go underway as the pace truck has pulled in. The field is going to be led by Caleb Todd once again, and with Drew Hawkins on the outside as they come in turn number 3. As they work their way through 3 and 4, the Caleb Todd is going to hit that loud pedal and get us back underway. As he's working that bottom side, we have Drew Hawkins working the outside. We're going to be side by side for 2nd. That's going to be Dalton Brown working the bottom side through 3 and 4. As they come off turn 4, it's still going to be Drew on the outside. The 23 of Dalton Brown's trying to get momentum on that bottom side as they work their way through 1 and 2 down the back straightaway and going in turn number 3. The 28 of Cody McDonald's going to be right there as well, trying to figure out what line he needs to run to get up there in the lead. As Drew Hawkins is the only car running on the outside lane. Now, as soon as I say that, Drew's coming down to the bottom through 3 and 4, and that's going to allow Caleb Todd, as he does have almost a second gap on Drew Hawkins as he's working his way down the back straightaway into turn number 3, as we are now halfway through with your main event here tonight for your Battle of the Bluegrass Dome Series, with Drew Hawkins in second and Dalton Brown in third. As Dalton's trying to work that bottom side and try to get some traction and momentum here to close the door on Drew. Drew's doing the same thing, trying to reel in Caleb Todd, as Caleb has everything hooked up here, as he's going to be coming up onto the lap traffic here momentarily. That's going to be the 47 of Alan McDonald as they work their way through 3 and 4 with 20 laps remaining here tonight. And we do have another caution flag that is coming out here. As we go along and watch the 81 of Tyler Parsons as he comes off turn 4 down the front straightaway, going in turn number 1, pushing up middle slider there, and car just grabs as he's coming off turn 2, hits the outside barrier, and Bobby Madley had nowhere to go, and that is what brings out another caution here tonight. Again, we don't have to worry about fence repair. And they just received the rolled up green flag. The field is still led by Caleb Todd. Can Drew Hawkins make a pass or get good momentum and to make the pass, as he's been working the outside lane on these restarts? The pace truck has pulled off. Here comes Caleb Todd in that 75 machine going through 3 and 4. He's going to hit that loud pedal once again and get us back underway here, as we do have, if I can do some math, about 15 laps remaining as Caleb Todd's working the bottom side and Drew Hawkins is working the outside. Hopkins try to get momentum here, coming off turn 4 as they go into turn number 1. Drew's going to get a little bit more momentum through 1 and 2, but on the bottom side, Caleb Todd got a better run there off of turn 2. As they work their way off of 3 and 4, off of 4, it's Drew that's going to have a better run here. And now Caleb's slowly working his way back to the front, top of the track, through 1 and 2. That's going to allow Drew to have that bottom there, coming off turn number 4. As they come into turn number 1, we are on our final closing laps here tonight, and these two have been putting on one hell of a show between the 75 and the 157. As Caleb's trying to work that bottom side once again, Drew's going to go back on the outside. Drew's trying to get momentum. That's going to allow Dalton Brown and that 23 machine to close the door, as they work their way off of turn 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1. The 75 of Caleb Todd is still right there being consistent, hitting his marks on that bottom. Here comes the 157 of Drew. He's throwing a slide job there on himself in 3 and 4, trying to find something there. Good bite to get more traction coming off the turns. As they work their way off turn number 4, we are on our last 10 laps here tonight. Can Caleb Todd hold off Drew? Again, the winner will be getting $20 in courtesy of One Source Exterior Group, as they work their way off 3 and 4. The 75 machines on the bottom, the 157 of Drew Hopkins. He's finding something there on the outside there as they come off 2 into 3 now. And Drew's going to be right there on the bumper as we have 8 laps remaining here tonight. Dalton Brown's going to be right there as well. Drew's trying to work that outside lane in 3 and 4 as they will come off 4 down the front straightaway. Drew's going to go on the outside, try to get some traction here, coming off turn 2, give it to Caleb Todd in the 75 machine. He's still being very consistent there on the bottom side. And we do have Tyler Parsons in the 81 machine right here in front of your leaders as he's about to go down another lap here. Is he going to play a factor with our 5 laps remaining? Drew's going to slide in there, make a little bit of contact with Caleb. We do have 5 fingers showing as we have 5 laps remaining. The 81 machine is going to hit the outside wall as it gets back under control. We're still green. did not hit any of your leaders. As you see there, Drew's going to slightly tap Caleb in the left rear here in the closing laps. Drew's going to go on the outside lane, trying to gain some ground here, slide himself here in 3 and 4. The Caleb Todd is slowly maintaining his lines down here, as we do have 3 laps remaining now, and lap traffic will still be playing a factor as they work their way off turn number 2. They're getting popsicle sticks, or turn number 4, as we're getting the popsicle sticks, as we have 2 laps remaining. The 75 Caleb Todd is going to be still leading the field, followed by Drew Hopkins in second and Dalton Brown in third. Again, they're working their way off turn 4 again, getting the white flag and going through turn number 1 there. Caleb's maintaining that bottom side. Drew's moved down in there as well, going down the backstretch into turn number 3. They're both on the bottom side, and Caleb Todd is going to be your winner here for tonight's event, followed by Drew Hopkins and Dalton Brown for your top 3. Again, we should hear from those 3 here momentarily. And you had Justin Benefield in 4th. Philip Neese rounds out your top 5. Cody McDonald in 6th. Nolan Bryant in 7th. Bobby Madley in 8th. Josh Davis in 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is going to be Blaine Shepard. Alan McDonald finishes at 11th. And Tyler Parsons rounds out your field here tonight for your Dome event with Battle of the Bluegrass. Again, we should hear from your top 3 drivers here momentarily. I think we're going to hear from him. And bear with me 1 second. And we're about to hear from your 3rd place finisher here tonight. And Dalton, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was fun. Different kind of racing there. Running a super late model here at the Chili Bowl to kind of simulate the Dome event that just happened this weekend. Kind of tell me what felt good for you and the kind of things that you had to watch out for here running that super late model here at the Chili Bowl.
They're really weird to drive around there. Just gotta stay very, very lenient on the gas and just kind of stay steady.
And I know that you ran 3rd the whole race basically, and there for a little bit you seen that Drew went on to the outside lane. Did you go out there and venture out on the outside lane? It looked like you're mainly staying on the bottom, hugging that inside berm.
Yeah, I was lucky to make laps around the bottom, so I knew I couldn't move up off of it. And Caleb just ran a good, consistent pace down there.
And it seems like it's just like us watching the Dome on Flow yesterday. I'm sure you watched it there. It seemed like it's kind of hard to pass here in these cars.
Yeah, it was definitely a little difficult to pass, but Drew I felt like was a touch better than Caleb there, but couldn't really move pass him without moving him, and nobody wants to wreck someone for it.
And this is true, man. And congratulations once again for your 3rd place finish here tonight. And do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to?
All the dudes over at Shock House and everybody watching, and Drew for putting this race up, and everyone that's got a part in it.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we hear back from you again here on the podium. And good night to you, man.
Thank you. You too.
Yep. And there you have it, your 3rd place finisher, Dalton Brown, in that 23 machine. We're going to hear from your maximum dome structure 157, Drew Hopkins. And Drew, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Man, that was a good hard-fought battle. Running the outside lane here in the super late model, that's seemed kind of sketchy, but you figured out how to do it. Kind of walk us through on how to get that car to hook up on the outside here.
uh, I just said it. It's hard up there. I mean, that setup we have it was the fixed setup. You had to barely be on the gas. It was a lot faster to drive a lot slower around there. I know it's weird, but if you got on the gas at all, it'd just spin the tires and you'd lose so much momentum. And I knew I wasn't going to get around Caleb on the bottom. He missed it one or two times there. I tried to get under him, but I ain't going to wreck him for the win. So I was trying to make the outside work. The bottom was just too good. Couldn't make enough speed. I should have pulled the Ross Chastain and run it up on the wall the last lap there, but oh well. We had a pretty good night earlier too. All in all, a sixth and a second ain't bad.
Can't complain about that, especially with earlier coming from the back of the field, getting sixth, and then tonight you and Caleb were right there on top of each other. Like you said, not taking them out for the win, um, but you had to try something to get that outside going. And to me,
Yeah.
it's kind of sketchy up there on the outside of this small track in those cars.
Oh yeah, especially one and two is fine, but three and four that openings there, you kind of go in there and slap the wall. But the slider line was actually pretty good. It's just where he was checking up so much, it was hard to drive it in hard without getting into the back of him there. But I think I could have had a chance. We maybe had another restart right there at the end by just timing it right and just sending it into turn one. But all in all, it was actually a pretty fun race.
Yes, it was. And do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to, man?
Yeah, first and foremost, just my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing us to come out and do this. Majula Say Speed Shop, Keltner Contracting, and just all the guys that at DHR, our team, pretty solid Caleb in one night. May second, we had some good runs earlier, so just all them guys and One Source Exterior Group for putting the $20 to win there and in that race. Just they're a league sponsor, so just a shout out to them guys and just you for broadcasting this for us.
Yes, sir. Again, we wouldn't be able to do it without the sponsors, and they're the ones that are actually bringing these drivers to these events by doing their sponsorships.
Yeah, and all in all, we have a great group. One Source, like I said, and Big Al's Guns, Todd Steel Buildings, and Claycom. And then we have some individual race sponsors too. I know Dalton, he sponsored a race coming up at Eldora, and then Todd Steel Buildings another one there later in the year. So just shout out to all them guys.
Yes, sir. And again, congratulations on second place here tonight, and hopefully we'll catch you again on the podium next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good night, man.
Too.
And there you have it, Drew Hawkins, who finished in second here tonight. Now we're going to hear once again from Caleb Todd. And Caleb, do you got a copy? You got a copy, Caleb?
Yeah, I got it.
Man, that's 2 wins here tonight and 2 interviews. Can't go wrong with that. And here with the running the Dome series here, running that bottom side, you're very consistent. It seemed like if you came off the bottom, you're going to end up losing momentum. Was that what your strategy was going throughout this race?
Yeah, I knew Drew's faster than me. He was all over me. But I saw him running the top a few laps. He looked pretty good up there. Like he looked good everywhere. Then about 6 or 7 laps ago, I noticed he was really starting to catch me there. And yeah, I just kind of keep it locked down to the bottom so he couldn't get under me. It, I guess it worked, but he had a lot faster car than me.
It seemed like he did have a faster car than you, but could not figure out a way to get around you clean. So man, you're being very, very consistent, running your groove and running your line there.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about trying to top a few laps, but I didn't want to risk him getting under me than selling the lead. So I just figured I'd try and stay on the bottom and just keep smooth, consistent lap. I want to thank Drew for racing me clean there because I know he had multiple opportunities to dump me and he didn't. So I want to thank him.
Yeah, and he did get into you there a few times, and sure he didn't mean to, but he's let you know that he was there.
Yeah, it's a chili bowl. It's a really small track. You
Yes.
pretty much just got to wreck on the pass on. So
Right.
I respect him for racing me clean there.
Yep. And do you have any friends, family, or sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to once again?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents for letting me run this series, everyone that's watching the series, and you for putting the series or streaming it. Drew and Evan for putting these races up, and everyone racing them.
And
Yeah.
hopefully we hear back from you again once again next week. I didn't realize that you're running in this race here, or I would have brought that up earlier. So hopefully we hear back again from you on the podium next week for week number 5 of the Battle of Bluegrass.
Yep, appreciate it.
Thanks, sir. And there you have it, your top 3 for your Dome Series race here tonight at the Chili Bowl with your super late models. Again, that was very close action here tonight, and that's going to conclude our events that we're covering tonight. And we will be back live once again on Thursday, or I'm sorry, make that Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, as we will cover the Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions Super Compact Series as they go to Bristol on the dirt. And then next week on Sunday, we will be back right here covering Battle of the Bluegrass as they start at 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. And you can catch all the action live right here on Right Rear Racing. And just so that everyone knows, next week we will be going to Eldora for 50 laps for the Johnny Appleseed Classic. Again, you can catch that action right here on Right Rear Racing. Everyone have a good night and be safe, and we will see you next time right here on Right Rear Racing.
Strap in, fire.
Checkered flag flying, it's the end of the show. From dirt to the blacktop, we let it all go. Burning rubber, slamming gears, making hearts race. If you miss the heat, catch the highlight, press play. Right rear racing, lights out, that's a wrap. From the front straight to the back, we attacked every lap. Don't blink, don't sleep, we'll be back in your feed with the throttle wide open and a need for speed. Saw the drama, the thrill, the slide jobs and spins. Legends born in the booth and on tracks we win. Facebook, YouTube, hit subscribe and stay loud. We ain't slowing down, just saving it for the next round. Broadcast signed off, but the fire still burns. Catch us next time, where the story continues at full send. Joe, right rear racing, we out, hold tight, see you next race under the